Over 10 candidates vying for various political positions within Thika Town constituency have signed a pact to conduct peaceful campaigns and accord each other respect despite being competitors. Speaking after a joint meeting, the leaders cited a recent incident where a convoy belonging to a gubernatorial candidate was stormed in Thika, saying that the incident was regrettable and dragged Thika back to the dark days of political violence and intolerance. They called on all leaders to desist from making inflammatory and derogatory statements likely to incite Thika residents into violence. They also appealed to voters to reject leaders with a history of violence, demand good leadership, and defend their democratic rights to vote for leaders of their choice. Thika West Deputy County Commissioner Bogo Mathioya warned all those who allowed themselves to be misused by politicians that the law would take its course and no one would be spared. Mathioya added that they were monitoring social media conversations for hate speech and incitement, saying that group admins would be held responsible for illegalities committed within their social media platforms. None of the MP and MCA candidates from the two main political outfits of Jubilee Party and United Democratic Party (UDA) attended the forum despite being invited. It is not yet clear whether their absence was a sign of not being party to the peace accord.
Sisi tutaweka signatures zetu hapa. Wale ambao wanagombea viti za ubunge, wale ambao wanagombea viti za county assembly, kila mtu ataweka jina lake hapo, na hii tutaipatia in the custody of the peace committee plus the security team, ndio waweze kuona commitment ile ambayo tumeweza kuifanya. This has never happened before in Thika. And I am probably sure it has never happened before at any other place, but we need to start something that will define the kind of way leadership will be moving forward. So we'll be calling upon the business community and the leaders that are here to be on the lookout. Na muweze kuwataja wale ambao wanaleta vurugu. Kwa sababu bila kutajwa, watu watafikiria they can be able to escape on it all the time. Also, we will make the following commitments before the Thika residents and the security team, that we shall maintain peace during campaigns and after the elections on 9th of August, during and after, because peace must prevail all the time. Secondly, that we shall preach tolerance and treat each other with dignity and respect. This will be our commitments that I'm reading here. Thirdly, that we shall not incite people into violence and shall be our brother's keeper. That we shall work closely with community elders, that's the fourth one, and security organs to ensure that our supporters remain peaceful and practice political tolerance. Number 5, that we shall observe the Electoral Code of Conduct signed by ourselves and the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, that's the IEBC. 6, that we shall treat Thika electorate with dignity and respect. That we will organize and participate in peace caravans all across the constituency and urge and preach peace and tolerance to everyone. So our next activity, baada ya tumemaliza hapa, tutakubaliana ni lini, we will make a peace caravan. Sisi wote candidates for all positions. Tutembee Nguliba, tutembee Gatuanyaga, tutembee Kameno, tutembee hospital na township yote preach na tukieneza amani. There are only 6 positions to be contested in this election. 5 MCAs and 1 MP. We are 82 of us who are contesting, or 83 of us who are contesting for this position. About 72 MCAs and 11 MPs. Only 6 people out of the 82 or 83 will occupy these seats. Meaning therefore that over 75%, over 95% or 95% thereabout seated here or outside there might not be lucky enough to be the occupants of that seat. But that does not mean that we do not have life afterwards. That simply means that we can always coalesce with each other. The ideas zile Julie alikuwa nazo, kama ni Nyamaya amechukua kiti ya MP, Zile ideas alikuwa nazo, Nyamai can be able to reach out to Julie. Amwambia kuna kitu nilisikia umetaja, inaweza implementiwaje. He should be free to talk to her. I should be free to talk to Madam Jane over there on an idea. She should be free when she wins the seat for MP to ask me to come and be the chair of her CDF committee, and I should be glad enough to agree to that. Or we should be glad enough to even ask ourselves, how do we form now a way in which we will create a leadership forum to hold ourselves to account, and this leadership forum will also comprise even the people who are competing in these elections. That is the kind of Thika we would want to see, and in a brief, that is what this statement will be about, and that's the objectives of this meeting for today.
Let me appreciate those who organize this meeting, because it's not normal kukutana na watu wanaongea kuhusu sisi kwa sisi, kibembe, all these parties tuko nazo hapa kuja pamoja, because we are fighting for one main cause. So I really appreciate, and that's when nimekaa hapa mpaka wakati huu ndio nikijua kwamba you matter a lot, not only to me as a DC but also for Thika township constituency. Namna hiyo. Leadership is about interest. Leadership is about how we are going to inspire people to the next level. So namna hiyo. During the first meeting, I assure you will be having more and more meetings regarding this issue. We are going to reach out with my team hapa yakina peace committee members and other stakeholders to ensure that all those who are not with us today, they will be looped in as we move towards that cause. So namna hiyo. So me personally will take the responsibility that tukua fulani, because I know some of them lazima wanahitaji ngia kumbwa, wengine wanahitaji nomo, wengine lazima uweke rivers kwanza ndio sababu waelewe tunaenda wapi. Then I will come together and ensure that we are together as one team, whereby we will be fighting for one cause and respect each other's moves and directions. Sivyo? Lazima tuweke amani wakati huu tunapiga campaign. Lazima tuweke amani wakati wa kupiga kura yenyewe. And lastly, hata baada ya uchaguzi, we need each other the way you have all of you confess that we need each other even after uchaguzi. Two, please, kwa heshima, these are our adults. Ya kwanza, as much as we are all here, you should know when you have all those lorries moving around, ama gari ndogo, ama ni mguu, whatever means you are using, please keep off making noise to government offices, hospitals, and more so, schools. The issue of now sending bones to other people's rallies and meetings, I think we are better off nowadays than what we used to be some years back. As we go on, we are doing a lot of campaign in so many different sources, areas, but I think the best option is, like it happened last time hapa juzi. Mtu amekuja hapa na maguns, mtu amekuja madawa, mtu hata haelewi anaenda wapi, and when you arrest those people ni umepeleka kotini, then you are unaanza kuambia yeye bwana DC naomba samehe hii watoto. If I release those young men, let me assure you tomorrow they will think it is normal. Si nimeachiliwa leo, hata kesho nitaachiliwa. Then na wewe pia unaanza kuunda wako. Tukaunda nini? Wale wengine. That cannot happen in Thika. Thika, we are far much better off. This is not a rural constituency. This is a township. That's what they call it, township constituency. We will offer security so long as wherever you are going, you inform us in advance. Because sincerely, huwezi kuniambia unaenda Kiandutu, wewe uende Kiumane huko ndio wakati kimeumana unakuja kunipigia. For you people, please, you know you need to have a structured way of doing things. Ukitaka kwenda pale kuja tuandikie barua, notify us as the police kwamba we have this issue, I want to go and visit my people, and this is the time I want to go there, so that we prepare the ground for you. We can even advise you kwambia pale miaka we have this issue and this, can you prepare for it? Yes and no. Two, if you find it is not conducive for you, we will provide security to go and charge, to make sure we are in charge of that situation. Lakini sasa wakati wewe unaamuka na mambo yako kando, umeamua kutembea vile unataka kutembea, na hapo kimi mambo inaharibika, then unaanza kulaumu serikali. No, please. Let us have a structured way of doing things. Wakati unataka kwenda pale, kuona mikutano yako, bora tujulishe. And we have almost every corner size tuko na police stations ama police posts. Those are the areas we call them point of call. Tutakuwa tunasaidia na wale wako pale. If you don't get help from that ground, then just escalate that matter to me. I will take personal responsibility kuhakikisha kwamba whatever is going on ni ile inahitajika. Lastly, the use of social media. We have a very vibrant media and social media hapa kwa Thika, which we really appreciate because ukiamka asubuhi saa 10 wako kazini. We may have had a few issues. Hata Mape Jimo, he has been very strong as an admin kwa social media yake 3T. Uleta ujinga hapo anakungoa. Yes. Because anaambia we need this Thika beyond what we have. He even went beyond kuambia what happened, what used to happen 5 years back. That we could sit down, talk, discuss, and then come up with a way forward, despite our own issues up and apart. So I am also appealing to our social media and also our mainstream media. Let us also contain issues of hate speech, hatred, and also when somebody now becomes a nuisance, there is always a way of removing them. Ushaona mpaka watu kama kina Jeff anakuja mtu anakuja hapa akiwa na mambo yake kando kando. I think I don't know to mention them, you know them. Inafika kiwango the whole nini inakato. And I'm sorry you cannot continue because of 1 2 3 inakato. Because maandili ya media they know is to inform, to entertain, educate, and more so to propagate what is expected by the society. So when you tumeanza kuleta culture ya vita, culture ya matusi, culture ya mambo hapa na pale, hii maandili itakuja kuwa ni normal na watoto wetu watakuwa nafikia kumbe hii sio ukweli, hii inafaa kuwa namna hii. So I'm appealing and I'm happy. So far so good. We will keep on looking at issues where we feel. Because if I feel something is not adding a value, I call that admin. Namwambia hapa hii vile naenda, we are not going for it. And I'm happy. They have always been responsive to what we always recommend. So make use of that social media to amplify your campaign. Make use of that social media to be known, and then you will never know. Out of the 83, wale mtanipatia ndio utafanya kazi na wao. Wale ambao hawakufaulu, because unfortunately in politics, it's only in politics where we have no number 2. Kama mjui namna hiyo. Hakuna sasa mimi nilikuwa runners up, hakuna runners. Si runners up, sorry. So we want also those who will not also go to other direction. Please, wale wako huko, make sure mmewapatia kazi, msaidiane pamoja na tutainua sasa kuinua hii Thika. Not only as a sub county, township, but as one of the areas, general area, ya central. Because I can assure you, you hit Thika here, you hit all the way to Kirinyaga. You hit Thika here, you hit all the way to Machakos. So we cannot ignore Thika because of its centrality and the role it plays in national building, in development, and not only that, in terms of political vibrancy.
Hebu nichukue nafasi hii kusema asante kwa hii kikao ya leo ambao imeunganisha candidates kutoka chama tofauti ambao wameonelea mzuri kuwa na amani wakati tunaendelea na kampeni zetu, wakati wa kupiga kura na baada ya kura. So iko na umuhimu kubwa sana kwamba hii maneno ya kusikia watu wanarushiana mawe, watu wanatupiana maneno, cheche ambao hazina mwelekeo, hiyo yote itakuwa imeisha, na niko na imani kwamba tukiungana pamoja hakuna kitu kitakuwa ngumu, because Thika is our business. Kutoka hapo awali tumekuwa na shinda kubwa vizuri tangu 2007 tulikuwa na shinda kama hiyo. Wakati huu hivi karibuni tumekuwa na visa kama 3 ambao mnakumbuka ya kwanza ilikuwa mwanzo pale akina mama walisema nadhulumiwa. Then kutoka hapo tukakuja ile ya juzi, mnakumbuka watu walitupa mawe kwa gari ya moja aspirant na ikaharibu vioo. Na sio hiyo tu, zingine zinaenda pole zimefanya huko, kwa vile nakumbuka kuna ripoti ililetwa kwamba kuna mama pia amepigwa, kanyang'anywa simu, pesa na akadhulumiwa baya. Hiyo kesi ambayo iko active kwa koti. Kwa hiyo tukaona wale washirika ambao ni candidates wakaona ni mzuri aje pamoja na wakuja kasha hiyo idea, nikamwambia hiyo that's the best way to go. So tukasema ndio tukutane mara ya kwanza tuone tutafanya namna gani. Mara tumeona vizuri kwamba hii sasa itakuwa ni foundation, imekuwa ni foundation mzuri ya kujenga, tukialika wale wengine ambao tuko nao siku ya leo, na nitakuhakikishia hii miezi 2 itakuwa mtaona mabadiliko tukitembea kila pahali. Hiyo tunatumia peace caravan tukiongea na wananchi jinsi ya kuweka amani wakati huu. Wakati mnaanza kitu sio kila mtu anaungana nyinyi. pengine lengo kwa imeeleweka ni lengo lipi lipo. Na wajua kawaida sisi binadamu tuko namna hiyo. Tumekubaliana hapa kwamba ile tutafanya tukikuwa na mkutano ya pili kila mtu atahusishwa, na tuhakikishe kwamba wale ambao wako kwa siku ya leo tutahusisha hata wao waungane na sisi na tuende kama meli moja. Hii mkataba iko na maneno mengi na suluhisho mingi sana ambao sisi kama wafanyikazi wa serikali na hasa watu wa usalama hatutakuwa tuna kazi ngumu ya kwenda kukimbizana na watu usiku, mchana ama uko wapi. Ni kumaanisha kwamba kazi yetu imekuwa ni rahisi sasa. Yetu ni kupeana zile services zinahitajika. Mfano kama ni venue, tunaenda tunasaidia pale, pengine kuweza kuwa na mtu mmoja ama wawili ambao wako na changamoto moja ama ile anataka kuharibu. Lakini kwa kirefu ni kwamba Thika Township constituency ambayo tunaangalia mpaka Katuanyaga huko na Ngolifa, ni kwamba tutakuwa na uzuri sasa. Hakuna watu watakuwa na, ukienda pale utakuwa naogopa kama wewe ni mama ama huna uwezo, kwa vile ukiogopa wale wengine ambao wanajulikana pengine wako na hiyo shinda ya kuwa kila wakati ni kuleta vurugu kwa vikao za wengine. Hebu tuelezane ukweli kwamba sheria haijakuwa suspended. Sheria zipo. Hapa kushikana hapa ni kwamba tunarahisisha kazi kwa wale pengine hawakuwa naelewa, tunasomeshana. Kama we mwenyewe umeamua kwenda kuleta cheche zako pale, nitakuhakikishia kwamba utapatikana kisheria. Na umeona jana tumefunguliwa forensic lab. Hiyo ndio ya kwenda huko chini kabisa kuangalia nani alisema na saa ngapi. Na itatupatia nafasi nzuri sana kwamba tunapata real evidence, real time evidence, na tukipeleka kotini wale wako wewe mwenyewe unapigania wengine na yeye mwenyewe amelala, wewe utakuwa na lab kwingine. Kwa hivyo yangu ni kuappeal kwa social media. Msiruhusu hasa admin. Mnajua vile sheria inasema ni kwamba you are responsible for whatever is happening there. Kwa hivyo wewe mwenyewe ukiruhusu watu waanze kuleta matusi, waanze kuchukia wengine, wewe na huyo mtu mtakuwa kwa safari moja ya kupeleka kotini. Kwa hivyo namuomba kwa heshima kwamba tuhakikishe kwamba wale watu tuko nao pale wakianza kuonyesha dalili ya kuelekea ambao sio mwelekeo mzuri, ngoeni wao mapema kabla ya kuja kuharibu wale wengine.
Thank you very much, members of for the state for gracing the occasion. My name is Juma Hemedi, flanked here by my colleagues who are also competing for the same position for Thika Member of Parliament in the 2022 elections. We have Madam Jane Kamunge, we have Dr. Njeri, and we have my sister here, Julia, plus my brother here, Mr. Nyamai or Mheshimiwa Nyamai. Today we came here because we are concerned about this town. We came here because we take Thika seriously, and we are here because we want to send a message out there. This is a message that we will be practicing peace, we will be practicing tolerance, we will be practicing dignity and respect for each other in our campaign period. IBC has already finished clearing all the candidates. We are 11 of us today, and the whole purpose of this meeting is to tell Thika residents and Thika voters that Thika is bigger than any political aspirant. Thika is bigger than any of us. It is also bigger than all of us collectively, and that is why we are here today. And the objective was simply to be able to coalesce with each other, talk, and forge a peaceful way forward. As aspirants today and candidates for this position, today we've made our commitment to ensure that none of our team members continues or insults anyone or demean anyone or acts in a manner that is likely to be a breach of peace. So even those people who are using social media, don't say that you're insulting the other candidate on behalf of your candidate. As you can see us today, we are more united here. We all have a common purpose, and our common purpose is to ensure that the best of us is elected into office, and the purpose is to ensure that even after the 9th of August this year, that we have a peaceful environment for business, peaceful environment for coexistence, and a peaceful environment for people to do their work and do other things. We may be competitors, but we are not enemies. We may differ on ideologies, we may differ on how to approach issues, but we are not enemies. All of us have a history with each other collectively, either in the past or currently. So when you see us, our supporters out there, please emulate us. See that we are not throwing stones at each other. No one is insulting the other person. All we are doing here is to sit and discuss and agree. And as you can see us today, let this be the example that is set to all of you, that if we cannot insult each other, you should not insult your neighbor, and you should not cause chaos to any other person's meeting. There is a law that is still in practice in Kenya. We come here because we share common ideals, we share common objectives, we share common things. We had extended invitation to every one of the 11 participants and every one of the 72 candidates that were cleared by the IEBC. Meaning today we were expecting about 82, 83 people. The people or the members that came here are the members that sacrificed their time, are the members that were willing to give up something so that they can be able to preach this agenda of peace. And I'm very, very happy today for what we have started today. We have agreed that we will go on peace caravans. We have agreed that we will be holding joint peace meetings so that we can be able to preach out there to the people of Thika that only one person will be elected in here. So for the members that were not here or did not attend, it is very unfortunate that they have missed a very, very important exercise that ought to have shown the Thika people the kind of maturity that we want to introduce into politics, the kind of issues that we want to bring and begin a new chapter of politics of this country. So it's unfortunate, and we hope that they also maintain peace even though they are not here. But we have gotten assurance from the area DCC that they will try to reach out to the other aspirants so that they can also make their commitment for peace. Peace is what we preach today.
My name is Julia Muhaki Wanyoike, Mama Usawa. I'm vying for MP seat here in Thika constituency and the party Usawa kwa wote. As residents, we suffer the most when there is violence during elections. And nobody is above the law. We want to insist that. We want to show our Thikarians, our children, and every voter in Thika that we can do it together rather than just one person. There will come a time when elections won't be determined by how much money people are given. Those handouts will come to an end, and this is the time. When you are given an apron, you are given a reflector, a hat, then you fight with your fellow Thikarian because of that one thing. When you fight because of just one packet of unga, remember that even before the aspirants came on board, you were eating. Remember that you have 5 years to go. Are you going to be bought and fight your neighbor just because of that unga? Kindly, this is the time. Let us have a change, and we are going to have that change. We believe this time the voters are educated, they are enlightened, and they know who to vote for. We don't have to fight or force for leadership. Thank you.
Today is a very magnificent day, I think, for Thika Town constituency. Us coming together here as candidates and as leaders who are vying for various positions in this upcoming general election, and specifically the MCA aspirant and MPs. I would like to say today's agenda were majorly two. The first agenda was for us as leaders to emphasize that we are committed to keep peace during this electioneering period. We want to be the champions of peace, so that even as we talk to our supporters, we are the champions, we are the front runners, they can emulate us. The second agenda was for us to remind ourselves it's about Thika first. It's about the development of Thika, the progress of the people of Thika Town constituency. So even as we vie, as we push our personal bids, we remind ourselves it's about Thika. It's not about us. Personally, I would like to say I've been a victim of bad politics. I've been a victim of violence during politics. I think I would like to say I first had my personal experience in February in a rally in Thika Stadium. And I want to say it's not a good experience. And actually, we are just, as leaders, trying to damage the society if we don't keep a good example. So I'm actually very happy that we as leaders, we are showing our commitment to be the leaders that we actually are called to be. So for me is to say, anybody who is running for a position, those who are here congratulations for coming. Those who didn't come, wherever you are, please do a personal commitment with yourself that you want to keep peace and you want to lead your supporters into the path of peace.
My name is Jane Wanjiro Kamunge, but commonly during this election, I am saying Mwalimu Jane Wanjiro Kamunge. And this afternoon, I am delighted to be here because we want peace in Thika. A lot has been going on, things that are shameful, and this is not the picture we want people to have outside there. Therefore, that is why we have met, so that we can give a press statement on how we are going to conduct our campaigns. If there is anyone who would want peace, it is me, Mwalimu, because you know the work of a teacher is character training, and therefore, you have been to school. You know one of the things that would make you be punished is lack of discipline, fighting with others, abusing others. And so I still carry on that even as we are adults, if ever we passed through the teacher's hands, we should show it by action.